between the visiting Mount Pleasant Tigers and your Whitehouse Wildcats. Tonight is senior night, and we want to take this time to honor these young men who will be graduating in just a few weeks. We appreciate the families and friends who are in attendance tonight, and those who have supported them every step of the way. So before we get started, please join us in giving them a well-deserved round of applause. Our first senior tonight is Max Hiltold. Max is escorted tonight by his parents, Jill and Carl Hiltold. After high school, Max will be attending Stephen F. Austin State University, where he will be majoring in nursing with a goal to become a CRNA. Max would like to be remembered as a good friend and teammate. His favorite Whitehouse baseball moment came this year when he was able to meet members of the Micro Wrestling Federation at the La Quinta Hotel while playing in the Kaufman County Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Hiltold. Our next senior tonight is Corbin Gallion. Corbin is escorted tonight by his parents Robin and Corey Gallion. After graduation, Corbin plans on continuing his baseball career at Champion Christian College in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Corbin hopes someday he can become a coach and wants to be remembered as a good teammate and kind student athlete. His favorite moments as a Whitehouse baseball player includes laughing with his friends and making TikToks with them. Give it up for Corbin Gallion. Next, we have Jonathan Orr. He is being escorted tonight by his parents, Scott and Sandra, and little brother, Will Orr. After high school, J.O. will be attending the University of Oklahoma, where he will study meteorology. When asked what he wants to be remembered by, J.O. said he wants to be remembered for his determination and resiliency. His favorite memory is all the rap battles we had on the bus after big wins. Ladies and gentlemen, J.O. Jonathan Orr. Our next senior tonight is Hunter Cook. Hunter is being escorted tonight by his mom and dad, Kelly and Brian Cook, and his brother, Tanner Cook. Hunter will be attending Stephen F. Austin in the fall, where he will be majoring in construction management and hopefully someday build sports complexes. When asked what he wanted to be remembered for, he said a hard worker and a follower of Christ. His favorite memory as a Whitehouse baseball player is beating everyone at ping pong, hacky sack, Among Us, poker, and eating good food during team dinners. Give it up for Hunter Cook. Next, we have Ace Vasquez. Ace is escorted tonight by his mom, Mary Vasquez, and dad, Michael Vasquez. After high school, he plans on going to TJC and someday find a career in sports where he can help athletes. When asked about what he hopes people will remember about him, Ace said he hopes others can learn from him, getting cut from his freshman year to starting on varsity, and that if you work hard enough, you can make it happen. His favorite baseball memory was actually this year, playing a 13-inning game against Lufkin in Lufkin, winning, and then having a blast on the bus on the way back home. Once again, everyone, Ace Vasquez. Our next senior tonight is Alex Rodriguez. Alex is being escorted tonight by his mom, dad, and his sister. Alex is signed to play baseball at the College of the Ozarks and will be majoring in criminal psychology. He wants to be remembered as a funny, athletic, and versatile ball player. He, along with others, will always remember the long bus rides and playing music and singing with the guys. Give it up for Alex A-Rod Rodriguez. Next, we have Caleb Russell. Caleb is being escorted tonight by his mother, Kara Clifton, father and stepmom, Lee and April Russell, and sisters Natalie Russell and Adeline Brooks. Caleb is still undecided on his plans after high school, but wants to continue to play baseball at the next level and eventually go to law school. Caleb wants to be remembered for being a great teammate and always being there for his team. Caleb's favorite memories playing at Whitehouse High School would be the overnight road trips during tournament season, hanging out with his friends, and the bus rides home. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Russell. Our next senior tonight is Ben Reed. Ben is escorted tonight by his parents, Amber and Jason Reed, brothers Sam Reed and Nick Reed, and sister Lily Reed. Ben has signed to play baseball at the University of Texas at Tyler, where he plans on majoring in physical therapy. He wants to be remembered for being a great teammate and showing every player what it means to be a dirtbag and to never give up. His favorite baseball memory playing Whitehouse baseball are staying in the hotels with the team and me, Joe, and Russell walking to the streets 30 minutes before curfew to get some gum before the game the next day because Buc-ee's didn't have any. Wait, doesn't Buc-ee's have everything? Anyway, y'all give it up for Ben Reed. Next we have Jared Beaumont. Jared is being escorted tonight by his mom Shelley and his dad Paul Beaumont. After high school, Jared plans on attending Texas A&M University, where he will work in the sports administration office with an emphasis on baseball analysis. His lifelong dream is to work in Major League Baseball for a franchise in their analytics department. He wants to be mainly remembered by pointing everyone towards Jesus Christ. His favorite memory is all the time he spent with the boys on the bus after the big games and practices, especially trolling Christ Bryan. Got a dollar bug? That's an inside joke. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up again for Jared Beaumont. Finally tonight we have senior Price Bryan. Price is being escorted tonight by his parents Kim Bryan and Matt Bryan, along with his big brother Peyton Bryan. After high school, Price will be attending the University of Texas at Tyler, where he will be studying criminal justice and become a Texas game warden. Price wants to be remembered for the energy I brought to the games and my walk-off hit versus Mount Pleasant last year after being down 8 runs. But his most memorable moments were the bus rides and trying not to laugh when Coach Branch shows his fungo at practice. Give it up for Price Bryan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for our 2026 graduating seniors. Max Hiltepole, Corbin Gallion, Jonathan Ward, Hunter Cook, Ace Vasquez, Alex Rodriguez, Caleb Russell, Ben Reed, Jared Beaumont, and Price Bryan. memories along the way. As these young men prepare to take the next step in their journey, we recognize the important role their fathers have played in helping them get here. Please direct your attention to the field and join us in celebrating this meaningful moment.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. This is Keith Whitman with Jason Cavazos, and we are here in Whitehouse for the final regular season game of 5A baseball, and the Whitehouse Wildcats hosting the Mount Pleasant Tigers. Jason, how's it going, man?
Man, it's going great. Enjoying this great weather out here.
It is beautiful.
They talked about all these storms and everything, and so far, just blue skies and lots of sun.
Seems to be all north of us, and so we don't really have to mess with that right now. So kind of happy about that. It is senior night here in Whitehouse at the Whitehouse Wildcat Athletic Complex, and it is a big night for both of these teams, starting with Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is a must-win for them to win the district. Mount Pleasant already in the playoffs. They're really good for that, but they are really big time in for this one because they have to win it. They're coming off a loss earlier this week against Lufkin. They really want to win this game so they can go ahead and secure that spot of a district championship for tonight. But standing in their way, obviously, is the Whitehouse Wildcats, who really must win to at least have an opportunity to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, and this is a really competitive district. I think we talked about it during the Texarkana game with all the tech issues we had at that point. That was crazy, but we talked about it, and I would have thought that Whitehouse was a shoe-in for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But that just shows how competitive this district really is when you got teams like that are on the outside looking in or hanging on by a string. So this ought to be a really good game tonight to see exactly who comes out of it.
So it will be an interesting game. The umpires and the coaches are at home plate trying to get things going. And so we are excited about getting things started. So we're going to go down to the field for the starting lineups, and we'll be back after the national anthem.
DH number 8, DJ Brandon. Catcher number 4, Drew Cross. At first number 5, Cortland Stovall. And right field number 13, Bennett Wall. Shortstop number 10, Nate Capado. At third, number 3, Diego Lozano. At second, number 7, Santino Banda. They're supported by number 2, KK Johnson. Number 6, Jacob Holstein. Number 9, Heston Horn. Number 12, Ryan Newton. Number 15, Landon Owens. Number 18, Thomas Bird. Number 22, Landry McPeters. The Tigers are led by head coach Tommy Stewart. And now for your Whitehouse Wildcats, leading off, shortstop number 10, Ben 3. At second, number 6, JoJo Rattle. In right, number 24, Maddox Evans. At first, number 21, Caleb Russell. Playing third, number 3, Alejandro Rodriguez. In center, number 4, Hunter Brook. Your DH, number 7, Jonathan Ford. Behind the ditch, catching, number 34, Sailor Wilcox. In left, number 2, Ace Vasquez. And on the bump, pitcher, number 1, Tyler King. They are supported by number 5, Keaton Whittle, number 8, Gavin Goetz, number 12, Brayden Jackson, number 18, Corbin Gallion, number 19, Mason Johnson, number 23, Jared Beaumont, number 27, Price Ryan, number 33, Carter Willingham, team manager Matt Kilfold. The Wildcats are led by head coach Greg Branton, assistant Tony Hines, Thaddeus Lowry, and Kyle Hay. We'd like for everyone to please stand or remove their caps for the playing of the national anthem.
We're going to play ball here in Whitehouse. Got a great game. It's going to be a fun game. We were actually in Mount Pleasant the last time these two teams met, and it was on a Saturday. And I remember it because my wife got mad because I got really sunburned on my bald head. And but tonight we're not going to have that issue because, well, as the sun goes down over our heads here, we're going to have a fantastic ball game. Tyler Keene on the bump for the Wildcats as Sailor Wilcox behind the plate. And he'll be catching. It's going to be a fantastic game. Very excited. And excited for these Wildcats to see what they can do. Excited for these Tigers because they have a lot on the line as well. Big game for both teams. It is going to be fun to watch these young athletes kind of get out there and put everything on the line.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about seeding in the playoffs. You know, if you start off as the top seed, usually you're playing a lower seed from another district in the by-district round. So, you know, it's really important for the Tigers to get out and get a win and come in and look to get some momentum going into the playoffs.
Right now, I will tell you, unlike the other night, we had bad internet. Well, everything is going okay except for the fact that our field camera, the one that shows the entire field from behind, is not connecting as right now. So we're going to do our best to bring you what we have. We have this camera right here that you're looking at that is behind. It's out inside the field, and then we have our first base and third base camera. I've got things going, but we're going to do our best to get that up and running here pretty soon, but we're going to bring you what we got so far. And what we have right now is Dax Price heading to the plate to start things off for the Tigers. Tyler Keene is ready to go, and here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Yeah, good cut, good deception on the pitch by Mr. Nance, but Mr. Keene, but
that one's going to be down low for a ball. So now 1-1 to Price. And if I remember correctly, I believe Dax Price was on the mound. A-Rod was on the mound. The good hit out into right field, and that's going to be Maddox Evans who's going to bring that in. And now we have a duck on the pond for the Tigers.
Yeah,
and a base hit for Dax Price.
Yeah, it was just a good piece of hitting right there. He sat back, waited on it, and then drove it where it was to right field for the single.
Not much else you can do. Pretty textbook. Colby Porter, sounds like a country music artist, is going to step in. He's going to square to bunt and pull back in time. And it's going to be 1-0 the count. And that's going to be in there for a strike.
Yeah, I remember from that Saturday game, both dugouts are very lively. You'll be able to hear them more of the Mount Pleasant side over here.
Tries to get over it first. Sorry, real quick. He's throw over it first and not in time.
Yeah, no, I was just, discussing the dugout, but, we got called baseball.
Yeah. Got to do something like that. And trying to get a frame there by Wilcox, but unable to get it to where it's going, so it's going to be ball one. 2-1 the count. We appreciate you watching. Go ahead and chat with us. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll talk back with you. We appreciate everybody that watches, even if you don't like us. We've had a few people make some comments, and you know what? Our feelings don't get hurt because everybody has a right to opinions.
That's it.
But we love everybody anyway because everybody has a right to watch the games and enjoy. We're here for the students, and we know you are too. That's going to be high for a ball, 3-1. So Dax Price over on first base, trying to get 90 feet into scoring position over there at second. And another one in ball four. So that's going to put Porter over there on first. And just like that, the Tigers have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, they're cooking right now. They got, so far two people went to the plate, 2 people on base. The good single by Price, and now the worked walk by Porter. B.J. Brannon's got a good bat, if I remember from the previous game, so they're threatening pretty good already.
Lovely, the umpire standing right in the way.
We need like a shot caller or something. We can hit a button and jump start them out the way.
And Keene backs off. In there for a strike.
So now we got everybody. We got, move back. JoJo Adams sneaking back at the base, but Dax Price gets back safely. Tried to get a little sleight of hand there with Ben Reed going away from the base inside of the runner, hoping JoJo could sneak in. Pitch outside, gets past Sailor Wilcox, allows both runners to move up 90 feet on the pass ball. So we have a 1-1 count now with runners, 2 runners in scoring position, second and third. Still no outs. Tyler Keene looking. Oh, time called in the box. And Keene just has not found the zone quite yet. He's still looking for what the umpire's going to call. The pitch and a hit high, deep to right field. Caught by the right fielder. Both runners will advance, and that sacrifice fly will score a run. So even though Maddox Evans made a great play on the ball, great catch, the ball was hit deep enough by Brandon for the sac fly, allows the Tigers to go up 1-0 with only one out. Drew Cross comes up, gets an intentional walk.
Pitcher number 4, Drew Cross, brings up first baseman number 5, Cortland Stovall.
And now Stovall, the first baseman for the Tigers. Up, runners on first and third, one out for Mount Pleasant Tigers. And the pitch fouled off. So Cross will have to go back first base. Oh, 1 count, 1 out for Stovall. A little first and third action by Keene, but nobody was moving on that one. Set and the bunt, bunted foul. Just barely got a piece of it, went down with the backspin and rolled back to the catcher. So no balls, 2 strikes on Stovall. And you'd imagine he's going to swing away on anything close, try to elevate something to the outfield. High ball thrown by Keene. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cortland Stovall in the box. Swings, balls in play, too short. Short goes home with it. The throw's off. Bounces. Allows the runner to score. Cross gets to third. And I'm going to have to say reached on fielder's choice. Run scored E6. So Bennett Wall, the right fielder for Mount Pleasant, enters the box. Fastball's up and out for ball 1. Still 1 out. First and third for Mount Pleasant. Scores 2-0 in top of the first. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball there by Keene. 1-1. Now the count. Keene gets the sign, comes set. And the pitch, bunt right in front of home plate. Looks the runner back at third. Good play by Sailor Wilcox to keep those runners still and get the out.
Shortstop, number 10, Nate Capato.
And sorry about that, guys. I'm still trying to work on the outfield camera, or what we call the main field camera. We have the outfield camera on right now. And so just trying to get y'all the best we have here. But Jason's doing a good job. I do appreciate him. He's awesome.
I don't know about all that.
Helping me out here. So, love technology. It's always fun.
It's always fun till it isn't.
Well, and the bad thing is it was working and then it wasn't. Beautiful pitch as that goes over for a strike.
Yeah, and if King can get out of this with just those 2 runs scored, I mean, you got to take that as a small victory.
And that was a good one as well, but it must have been inside for a ball.
Cross at third, Stovall at second. 2 outs.
And another high one. So 2-1. And Keene, usually it takes him an inning or 2 to get his thing. So
yeah, it just takes a little bit for him to get consistent.
And they're 3-1.
Unfortunately, you cannot do that.
And a time is going to be called.
You just can't do that with an offense like Mount Pleasant's. So looks like his infield's trying to get him settled in and locked in. Seemed like JoJo Adams was the spirit leader on that visit. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Capato. Tiger shortstop.
And a good solid hit. It's going to go to center field. That's going to be Hunter Cook, and he's going to catch it. And that's going to be all for the top of the first. But 2 runs come in and score for the Tigers as they do a great job in their first at-bat. But the Wildcats have an opportunity to answer back. Let's see how they're going to do. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN. Don't go.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
And we are back. First things first, Ben Reed is going to be up, leading things off. Back in the lineup.
Shortstop, number 10, Ben Reed.
Yeah, you got Dax Price on the bump for the Tigers. Looks like a hard-throwing lefty. Oh, what's that?
I fixed it.
That's crazy talk.
I know, right? Don't tell nobody. And the play over at first is not in time as Reed runs it out.
Good hitting to his counterpart at shortstop. Just not quite enough on it for Capato to get it and make the throw in time. Reed busting down the line, got there for the infield single.
All right, I feel better now.
We can
Sorry,
see
guys.
a little better.
Yeah, move things around. So here we go. Next up, JoJo Adams is at home plate. Here's the pitch by Dax Price. One thing I do remember about Price is his ability to put a little oomph on the ball. And he's got a lot of what Well, my man here next to me calls the velo.
Yeah, he's got velo, and he's got some nasty stuff too. So, daggum lefties.
Yeah, they like to show off. And high. So now 3-0 to JoJo Adams. And what you don't want is the two speedsters on base to start off the inning. But that's what you're going to have, as Adams is going to take a stroll down to first base and say hello
kind of like
to Cortland Stovall.
Kind of like top of the first inning. First two runners reach. First one on a single, second on a walk.
Right.
So I'm sure the Wildcats would like to get a little bit of the run scoring like the Tigers did.
Exactly. So here we go, as Maddox Evans steps in, but Dax Price is going to have a little talk with his catcher.
Yeah, that was a pitcher-initiated deal.
Yeah, he wanted to converse.
I bet you it was a deep one too.
I think he just wanted to know if there's a Chicken Express anywhere. Isn't that what you always say? Or is that me?
That's you.
Well, I love Chicken Express, so I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna tell you, them poppers. Just hit me up, Bullet Chicken. Hit me up if y'all want to sponsor. I'll work something out. I'll figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Strike one to Maddox Evans, and he's going to square around a bunt and knock it to the other side for strike two. And we have Tuck, 7740. Tuck and Tyler go JoJo and the Wildcats. So thanks for chatting with us. And if you want to chat with us like Tuck does, just let us know. Go ahead and chat on. We'd love for that. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled backwards, so he's going to stay alive. One thing about Maddox, he does like to swing, and he's not afraid to shoot for wherever he can in the field.
He's not going to get cheated on it, I promise you
and
that.
He can go left field, so left line. Ooh. That's going to be high over the head. And it's going to advance the runners, and it looks like it's going to go over the third base, and a score is going to come in for the Wildcats.
And, you know, it was a great throw by the Tigers catcher to third base, and it was a great tag by the third baseman. Just the ball squirted out of the glove on a close play, heads-up play. I actually noticed JoJo Adams running to third, and I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
But then you see the ball running down the foul line towards the outfield.
So kind of a odd circumstance of events here, but it does put a run in. And the count's going to be 1-2 as that one is a ball. That one's going to be high. I think it was more outside looking at it. And it's going to be a count even at 2 to Maddox Evans. Anywhere close, he's probably going to try to smack it out or at least bring a run in somehow, and there he does. And a great catch by Stovall to save a run. He did a fantastic job. And I'll tell you, somebody did the scouting report good because he was hugging that line.
Yeah, he was hugging the line. Stovall showed the leather, great glove. And because if that's by, I know Maddox is not the most fleet of foot. He's an outfielder, though, so he's not slow. But he'd have been standing on second.
Caleb Russell's going to stand in. Here's the first pitch, and he fouls that one back for a strike. And JoJo over there standing at third, itching to cross home plate to tie this ball game.
Not JoJo.
Nah.
He's the poster child of patience.
Here's the pitch. And outside for a ball, 1-1. Wildcats wearing all black with some white outside stripes. That one's going to be inside too, as Russell kind of had to do a little Michael Jackson move to get out of the way. 2-1. And here's the pitch. That's down low for ball 3. As for Jason and I, depending on how this game goes, we are not, either way, we don't know what we're doing next week or where we'll be. If Whitehouse does advance, we will obviously, barring where it is, we'll be with them. Here's the pitch, fouled back, and it's a full count.
Yeah, the one thing about it is if they are in the playoffs, it will be on the NFHS network. So
yes.
It won't be
on YouTube. It won't be on NETSN for our network. We'll have to go through NFHS.
Which is a subscription.
Yes, it is.
Just have to.
We would love to bring it to everybody on YouTube, but unfortunately, foul tipped. And Russell's going to do his, like I always see, his rendition of the Bee Gees, Staying Alive. But, yeah, we would love to do all the playoffs on NETSN because, again, we do it for the fans, but unfortunately we don't have a contract for the playoffs. NFHS does with UIL. Three-one pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Russell goes down swinging for out number 2.
And still, though, I mean, he's upset that he struck out, but, he took it full count, fouled a couple more off. I mean, just a good at-bat just on that one. You just got to tip your hat. Price won the battle.
A-Rod steps in, this time on the left side of the batter's box. He likes to switch it up on him.
Kind of like his positions. He plays a little bit everywhere.
And a solid hit. That's going to drop into center field, bring a run home, and the game is tied. Beautiful base hit by A-Rod.
There was no waiting on that.
No.
He got exactly what he wanted. Line drive straight up the middle.
And Hunter Cook, coming off a fantastic ball game on Monday. He had a 3-run homer in the 5th inning, right over the left field wall. And hoping to recreate that. It's almost the same type of wall and distance as it was in Texas High. He watches that one go by as a strike.
Yeah.
So he's hoping to get that.
I was looking at that. I was
repeat.
Like, yeah, the bullpens are identical.
I know. It is. It's exact. I was looking at that too earlier. So he's on senior night, final game of the regular season, and he fouls that one back. So
yeah, and I mean, you think when he came out here, he started looking. He's like, hey, that looks familiar. I mean, he's played out here his whole life.
Oh yeah.
But still, you saw that after that great hit, and thought about, hey, why not again?
Price looks in and throws over to first, not in time for A-Rod. And swung on and missed. And that's going to be a strikeout. And out number 3. So we have a brand new ball game going to go into the 2nd inning, tied at 2. As we head to the top, it's kind of a seesaw action here in the 1st inning. We'll see what happens as the Tigers head back to the batter's box. You're watching Whitehouse Baseball on NETSN.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Diego Lozano is going to start the top of the 2nd. And he'll step in. First pitch strike for Lozano. And he fouls that one back.
Yeah, it looked like Keene pulled a string on that one. Lozano tried to hold back as long as he could, but just pulled the trigger just a bit early.
A very big crowd on both sides for both fan bases. That's going to be in there for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lozano as the 8, 9, and 1 batters will be seen for sure, at least. And down and out. And now it'll count even at 2. I have to say it's just been a fantastic year to be able to be here and broadcast Whitehouse Wildcat baseball, as that one's going to go. And going to get it over there as the 6-3 putout makes it happen.
Yeah, and it was a good barrel, just, hard ground ball, just straight at Ben Reed.
That brings up second base.
Routine play.
Santino Banda. Cool name. I love names, man. It's I can't remember them. I can't remember names, but I love the names.
Yeah, I get it. I remember it when I see it.
Right. That one's in there for a strike. Oh, that one was released a little early and kind of took off on Keene. That one was outside. So 2-1 the count. In there for a strike. Good pitch. Keene looks in. 2-2 count. Banda and pops it foul out of play.
I got handcuffed on that one. Ball worked itself in on him. Kind of a two-seam fastball worked back into the batter.
Excuse me. And tries to pull a little bit of a string on it, but just a bit high. And does it again. And I'm really thinking he's going to walk Banda, so runner will get on base. I think what I'm looking at, and tell me if I'm wrong, because my wife does too, so it's okay. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Keene is trying to do a little breaking ball, and he's just not getting the release that he needs.
Yeah, I think it looks like he's aiming. You see him talk about it all the time. Instead of just throwing the pitch, he's trying to aim. He's trying to be a little too precise. And
right. And that one's going to be fouled back. Hit Wilcox in the helmet.
Yeah.
Going to give a little wake-up call for Wilcox.
Luckily, it wasn't really a flush hit. So.
Right.
Those things hurt.
Yeah, agreed. And Keene throwing over at first.
Yeah, I'm going to tell off on myself as how big of a wuss I am, but I was umpiring a game and took a foul ball right in the mask.
Mm-hmm.
It was 12-year-olds, and I couldn't hardly see for about 2 minutes.
And that one's fouled back.
So I can just imagine one of these big monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Out here fouling one back.
Waiting on the pitch. 0-2 pitch. Foul back again. And Price trying to stay in as long as he can. And not able to do much there.
I mean, that's a good waste pitch for a 0-2 count see if he'll chase something up and slightly out. Not much he could do with it if he did.
Right. There's a good look over there by Keene, but just can't seem to catch Banda. So Keene looks in. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Got a battle.
So ever ready, just keeps going and going.
Yeah. And looks like we're going to have a little conversation at the mound.
Coach can come out and say, would you just get him out? Do something. I'm sure that's exactly what was said.
Right.
But, I mean, in all seriousness, Keene's done a good job. Looks like he's kind of settled in, but when he does miss, it just seems like it's a, with the exception of that one that I said was a good waste pitch, it just seems like it's way up, way out. So I think he's just trying too hard.
Yeah.
To be too perfect. And, I mean, he's a great pitcher. So I think when he gets in his rhythm, when he establishes the strike zone where he knows the umpire's going to call, I think that's when Keene is at his best. And maybe Coach was out there just kind of reinforcing the fact that he's fine and it's still a tied-up ball game. And missed or not, that was a good spot for that pitch.
So I have some trivia as well. So we're going to do trivia tonight.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, sir. You can't do Wildcat baseball without trivia, in Major League Baseball trivia, and that's going to go over for a ball. So after this batter, I'll give us our first trivia question of the game. And a hit, left field. It's going to be fair.
Just a perfect hit.
That was. It hit right on line, and oof. I tell you what, Banda almost lost it there as he slid.
Man, that's like I said, man. I'm partial to second baseman, so Banda, lost his footing, but made it look good.
Yeah, he did.
So. Good job of base running. Good job by the coach. Not trying to do too much.
Oh, yeah. So runners on second and third, 1 out. And that'll put Colby Porter, who walked last inning. And so we have a trivia. Which Hall of Famer played both Major League Baseball and in the NFL? What Hall of Famer played in both NFL and Major League Baseball? I need you to chat with us. Let us know the answer if you know the answer to this question. And that's going to be in there for a ball. That looked good, but
might have been inside.
Might have been inside.
Can't really tell from here. Both these catchers are exceptional, so the framing is great.
I'm over here looking at BJ Brandon. He looks like AJ McCutcheon.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just looking at it like, that's AJ McCutcheon. 2-1 the count, sorry. Speaking of Major League Baseball. That's going to go right over, and the way he calls, I can't get a figure on him.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me of that one that did the whole head turn for everything. Different mechanic, but still it's something we're not what we're typically used to seeing.
Good solid hit. And over the head of Hunter Cook. That was a good sharp hit. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in as an RBI double by Colby Porter.
Bringing out the coach.
number 23.
So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back while they make a pitching change as Beaumont is coming out. Is that right?
Yep, Beaumont.
Okay.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we are back. We have a couple of answers, but I still want to know which Hall of Famer played both baseball and NFL. We have an answer of Deion Sanders. Anybody else want to answer? And we have an answer from the field over here. Is Bo Jackson is an answer. Jason, do you have an answer?
I was probably gonna go Dion, but
Casey Lapierre said Deion Sanders. Who did you say?
I would say Dion also, because I know Bo played both.
It is actually both of them. Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson are both Hall of Famers. Both played Major League Baseball and in the NFL.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if Bo made the Hall of Fame. I just couldn't remember that.
Yeah, well, he knows. Bo knows. Bo knows. So BJ. Sorry. BJ Brandon is.
Yeah, like I said, BJ had that stylish play back in Mount Pleasant where the hat came off. And
oh, yeah.
Made it look good. So I just remember him.
So a good job by Casey Lapierre to answer the question. Your check is in the mail. So 1-1 count. All right, I got to switch some things over here. And Beaumont looks in. And swung on and missed for a strike. And what we call a turf burner.
That was a good block by Sailor Wilcox.
Very good.
I mean, he probably doesn't think so because the way he blocked it had to be the most painful way of doing it.
Right.
He had nothing but to put body and hand in front of it. But kept it in front, kept the runner at second. So keeping Porter at second was, I guess, what you needed to do.
So the 2-2 pitch and swung and fouled back. So it's going to stay 2-2. You can hear the bullpen. Not the bullpen, the dugout, excuse me. Going. Here's the 2-2 pitch again. And wow.
Good eye by Brandon. All I can say is that had to have been outside. So
must have been.
That was a good eye to follow it because he was tracking it the whole way and it wasn't out by much.
And that's going to be high as he kind of waits him out. And so now Drew Cross, he was intentionally walked last time. I don't know if they're going to do it again.
I don't know if you would load the bases with less than 2 outs.
I don't think you would either. So you got 2 on, 1 out. Cross in the batter's box.
I'm assuming he's going somewhere in the SEC.
I don't know. Possibly.
There's the chant from the dugout.
Either that or they just like doing their alphabet.
Maybe.
Beaumont gets set. Here's the pitch. And ball. Here's the set. And the throw over to second, not in time, but a good try. That's a good little turn by Beaumont. Here's the pitch. And a pop fly.
Infield fly has
And
been
it should
called.
be I was going to say, I was looking for it, and I guess it was the middle guy, but infield fly rule.
First baseman, number 5, Courtland Stovall.
I will give Mr. Cross the award for the best mustache I've seen today.
So Courtland Stovall, he reached on a fielder's choice. His last at bat. Two away, 2 on. As that's going to be a pop fly.
Out of play.
Out of play. As he'll head back. So 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And that's fouled away as well. Trying to get over there with his buddies.
Yeah, and that come right off the handle. I mean, he tried a good inside-out move on it, but it just kept coming in and just off the handle, not much you could do with it.
Down low. How low can you go?
Not that low.
And we have Brittany Parker saying, "Go Tie." Thank you for watching. And a good solid hit. That's going to Vasquez in left field to the warning track and the catch.
Ace.
And my diamond in the rough out there. Big guy. I'm sorry. We love all these players, but Vasquez probably has to be in the top 3. Just I just like watching him play. He's just fun to watch. But anyway, hey, we're going to take a break and head to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN. Welcome back to Whitehouse Wildcat Athletic Complex on the campus of Whitehouse High School. We're at the bottom of the second. Designated hitter Jonathan Orr is stepping in. And a swing and a miss. It's going to be strike 1. And foul back. Strike number 2. So 0-2 now. The count to the designated hitter, Orr. Price with the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's the third strikeout by Dax Price.
Yeah, I mean, you know, silver lining, I guess, for the Wildcats is all three of them were swinging, so just not able to catch up to the ball.
True. Sailor Wilcox is going to step in. And outside for a ball. Here's a pitch. Good little breaking ball, but it's going to go inside for a ball. So 2-0. I watched something the other day, and it reminded me of you. We could do it if we could do it. And I couldn't find the music for it as that one goes high for a ball. But it was actually it was a baseball game. It's a college game. And the two announcers turned on some some Masters golf music, and they started announcing a whole inning like golf announcers did. And he was like, and the pitch goes. And it was just,
oh, wow.
I was like, I wonder if I could do that.
And about the time we would try it, there'd be like
a home
grand
run.
slams.
And he hit a home run over the left field box.
That was impressive.
It went a little bit off the line. Good hit, left field center. And it's going to drop and go to the wall. And Wilcox rounds second. He's going for third. And to play at third, not in time, as Wilcox is going to slide in for a slide-in triple. And a beautiful hit.
Oh, you're not going to call that stand-up?
No, it's not a stand-up. He slid.
Yeah, he pimped it.
He did.
But, you know.
He did good.
When you do that, that's what you got to do.
Yep. He did good. Going to have to give him that one.
Goetz comes in to run for him.
Oh, Goetz, yeah, because the catcher got to get his stuff on. 1 out. Runner 90 feet from home.
Coach Branches go there and start give Gavin a couple high fives and all that.
And not only is Vasquez coming up, but he's got some.
Yeah, and
my wife approved.
And he always seems to come up.
So does my son.
He always seems to come up when there's something to be had.
He's gonna foul that one off.
Now I'm gonna say, does he always come through? Not necessarily, but it's always a good at bat.
If there's a pinch to be had, he comes in and does it. Not 100%, but
he gives that swing, that fighter's chance.
He's what we call the epitome of a 9-hole hitter, because you take him for granted sometimes when you're pitching to him, because, and this is why you and I like to watch, and we talked about this off air as well. This is not just something we say on air and it's like, oh, da-da-da. No, I mean, we've talked about him off air. He's just fun to watch because you underestimate him. And then what does he do? He knocks one down the left field line and doesn't go, says the first base umpire. And you're looking at, and not only does he knock it down the left field line, but he hits it with a force, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah, and then they play him to pull, and then what does he do? He takes it down the right
field line. And we've seen that happen. That's going to be over our heads, thank goodness. And now it's going to be 2-2. So, he's a true utility player in that aspect. But as a 9-hole hitter, again, I think people just take him for granted. And over the course of the season, you and I have gotten to watch him just be somebody that, with a 2-out situation, he comes up and does what he needs to do. And unfortunately, he's had the announcer curse.
Yeah.
The broadcaster curse. We're sorry, Vasquez, on that one, man. Sorry, Ace. Our bad. And he strikes out for round number 2, and that'll take us back to the top of the lineup.
Number 10, Ben.
So next time we're going to dog him.
Yeah, we're going to say nothing but bad things.
Nothing.
And if his parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles are listening, just understand.
That's why we're saying it.
That's why we're saying it.
We love the pictures. They're super awesome. But we're trying to get a dinger.
Benny the Jet Reed stepping in. And that one's going to bounce over. And a good job by Wilcox to kind of stay where he is.
Yeah, good job by the catcher.
Oh, yeah. Well, that could have been bad.
Hey, check that mustache. Check that out.
I'm 46, and I can't do that. I mean, I have a beard, but still.
Yeah, I'm like.
You know how long it took me to grow this thing?
If this baseball thing doesn't work out, he needs to be a fireman.
Exactly. And that one's going to go in there for a strike. So 1-1. And that one's going to bounce over to the dugout way.
I sat there and watched Reed on that one. When he pulled the trigger, it was just like, I mean, he loaded great and just sat there and waited. And you could just absolutely tell when he pulled that trigger.
Yeah.
Because everything went.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at third. And almost tried to go for that one, but it dropped a little bit too far, a little bit too fast. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reed. He did have a base hit back in the first.
First pitch of the game. Or
and
put that
inside,
way.
yeah.
First pitch of the bottom half.
And the Tiger fans wanted that one, but it was inside. You could actually tell by Cross's glove placement. And I'm kind of watching. I can see kind of where we are, or where on the camera angle, kind of where it was. It was a little inside. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be ball 4. And again, much to the chagrin of the fans. And that's going to bring up JoJo Adams.
JoJo Adams.
Adams walked his last at bat. So runners at the corners. 2 outs. And the guy you kind of want at the plate with this situation is at the plate, JoJo Adams.
Yeah, you either want him at the plate or you want him at third.
And really, yeah.
With 2 outs.
And not in time, almost. This is a beautiful pickoff play, but.
Yeah, the ball's over just a little bit more. He caught him leaning.
Now, one thing you got to look at, and if I'm JoJo, I'm looking at it, is that gap between center and left. And he wanted something.
Yeah.
He was swinging. Well, I think we felt the breeze. Time called. And Cross making some hand move gestures.
A little defensive change for the first and third scenario.
Swung on.
Hit the ball well, lined out to the first baseman, though, his first at bat.
And that one's in there for a strike.
Yeah, I think that kind of upset Price just a little because he had a little extra oomph on that one. Popped the glove really nice.
And swung on and missed for strike 2.
So, ooh, scoreboard looks almost crazy right now.
Yeah. Yes, it does. And that's going to dribble and get in time. And just like that, we're through 2. And we're going to head to the third, tied at 4, going into the top of the third. And we'll be right back. Pretty good game going on here in Whitehouse. Don't go anywhere. You might miss some fun games. We'll be back.
Today's real
Top of the third. And I believe it's Bennett Wall. Is that correct?
Yeah, Bennett Wall's up.
Wall's up. Beaumont. And that one goes in for a ball. And that's in there for a strike. That's going to be out number one.
Yeah, he just didn't get, just kind of a mishit on the bat.
Didn't get much on, yeah.
And
he tried.
Easy play for JoJo Adams.
Shortstop, number 10, Nate Capato.
So Nate Capato is stepping in. He flew out back in the first. And we'll see what happens. This time he kind of fouls off out of play. He'll step in. And here's the pitch. It's going to be high for a ball. So 1-1 now the count.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think the fans are trying to have to figure out the umpire strike zone also.
Just like we are, yeah. And we understand.
You know.
We're more low vocal about it, but I think it's going to be interesting if it keeps going this way because it could definitely.
Well, the one thing is it is consistent. He's higher than what a lot of umpires are, but he doesn't like as low as some of the umpires do. I mean,
right.
He's more probably, I'd say, the top of the knee to the mid to upper letters almost is his strike zone. As long as he's consistent, they just got to adjust, but that should go both ways.
And low and outside for a ball, 2-2 count. Yeah, it's a little different.
You know, every one of them has one.
Well, and nothing helps by yelling at the ump, but no. I guess it helps them feel better. That's going to go over to the first base side, and Russell says, "I got this."
Yeah.
And takes it to the bag himself for out number 2.
Yeah, good pitch. You know, if somebody's looking to throw a goose egg on the scoreboard for the first time tonight, these twos are getting a little redundant.
So I think we had a little bit of a glitch earlier, and our system went out, and so that's going to be a tip for a strike. So excuse us here. And somebody's asking how the score got to 4-4, and it was when the base hit by JoJo Adams brought in Wilcox and Ben Reed, and that's how it got tied. JoJo hit a double, and so it brought, like I said, Wilcox and Ben Reed both in.
See, you're nicer than I am. I would, as much as I love second baseman, I wouldn't have scored that a double.
Okay, well.
I would have probably said
he got to second.
He advanced. He advanced. It was a single in no man's land to left field between infield and outfield, but he advanced to second on the throw. They tried to get the runner coming home, and you know JoJo's speed, he's getting to second.
That fly ball went out to left field where Ace Vasquez was there to make the catch, and that's going to end the top of the third. We're going to head to the bottom of the third as the Wildcats will head to the batter's box to see if they can get their first lead of the ball game. But yes, Josue, that's what happened. I'm sorry, bud. I guess we had a little internet problem and it knocked out. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people here, and so when a lot of people are filming and using Wi-Fi all at the same time, it sometimes knocks something out. So I had to make some adjustments. and it knocked us out for a minute, and I had to readjust, and I apologize that we missed that part. We do have an opportunity, however. After the games, I usually get with my boss. We record these games as we are broadcasting them for situations like that. And so what happens is I send in these games, and my boss will go back in if there's ever issues like that, and then he will replace the broadcasted version on YouTube with the recorded version, so nothing is missed like that. So again, I do apologize, but that's how it happened. Is a base hit, JoJo Adams scored 2 runs, and now we have a tie ball game. So how do you like them apples?
Sounds legit.
You know, hey, I can sell pretty much anything.
Hey, I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express the other night.
Yeah. Here's another question. Let's see. Who can I do here? Oh, here's a good question, and I don't even know this. How many stitches are on a baseball?
Oh, I used to know that.
How many stitches are on a baseball?
Oh, man.
Chat with us and let us know. How many stitches are on a baseball?
Golly, I used to know that too.
How many stitches are on a baseball?
Swing and a miss. And the reason I know that, I used to have my teams that had to look that up too. And, you know, I guess as a coach, you do as I say, not as I do.
Right.
Because I surely have forgotten right now.
So Maddox is up to bat.
No.
Correct?
No.
No?
Caleb Russell.
Oh, correct. My bad. What did Maddox do at the end? Hold on.
He grounded to second, ground out, 4-3.
All right, gotcha.
Fouls that off, 0-2 the count now to Caleb Russell.
Here's the pitch. And outside for a ball.
That's a good spot.
So 1-2.
Like I said, he had 2 that he kind of chased down out of the zone. See if he'll chase 1 out. So
yeah,
good spot.
That one's going to go third base side. And it's going to be bobbled. And Russell's going to make it to first. And I believe that's going to be an E5.
Yeah.
It's our first error of the game.
Well, at least fielding error.
Alejandro Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez is stepping in. Here's the pitch. And Rodriguez hit a base hit, his first at bat.
Yeah, he's brought in 2, right?
I was going to say he accounted for the first 2 runs in the first inning. And now the Whitehouse dugout is kind of what we say clapping back, I guess. And that's going to be a ball.
That had to be inside. I couldn't tell you where.
So 1-1's the count. So Casey Lapierre says 96. That's her guess. Anybody else have a guess on how many stitches are in a baseball? Throw over to first, not in time. Going to have a little bit more time, a little bit more guesses if people want to try.
Oh, pulled the string on
Yeah,
him.
he swung on that one.
And it was kind of funny because, I mean, he had to smile like he knew he just got fooled on that one. Just great pitch. Oh,
And got him looking, strikeout.
Dax Price with the great pitching series right there.
And that's strikeout number 5. Now Hunter Cook. He struck out his last at bat, so hoping to have a different result.
I don't know why the number 128's in my head, but somebody just guessed another number.
56 by JD. And throw over to first, not in time. And then Brittany Parker said 108.
I'm like 108 sounds really good to me now. And I'm not related to Brittany that I know of. Unless she's from ARP, and, you know, ARP stands for All Related People.
Yes. Outside ball there.
Get over, Bobo.
Wait till after this batter, and then I'll give the answer.
Good throw.
Almost got him, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he just had that nice little, I'm not even set yet. I'm fixing to just whip it over there and go. Daggum lefties.
Well, you know, they got to play too.
Hey.
You can't discriminate. Swung and a miss.
Everybody needs one of those nasty lefties.
Swung and a miss? What the heck? I speak English, I promise. We do have a winner, by the way. Somebody did say correct. The correct answer. Somebody guessed 216. Is that one?
Oh.
Went foul.
It almost died on the line. Good patience over there.
So the answer to the question of how many stitches are in a baseball is 108. So Brittany Parker is correct. 108 stitches on a baseball. Good job, Brittany. And a solid hit into left field. Another base hit. And the first base hit for Hunter Cook in the ball game.
Russell moving up 90 feet. Runner now in scoring position with less than 2 outs. But infield fly will be in effect.
Number 7, Jonathan Orr.
So Jonathan Orr, designated hitter, going to step in. Inside for a ball. So here's another question for you. Who has the most career strikeouts as a pitcher? This ought to be easy. Who has the most career strikeouts as a pitcher? And that's in there for a strike. Oops, I needed to, not a strikeout, sorry.
They both started with strike.
It did, you're right. Oh, well, okay. Slapwall said 216, 108 double stitch, and 216 single stitches. So we're arguing semantics here, and I'm okay with that. So we've got a little bit of a play here at third. Oh. And he is in there. I couldn't see, the pitcher was in my way, but I'm guessing he said because of the way Coach Branch did a little jig dance over there.
He was called safe. It was a close play. I'm not going to, I mean, I can see why both sides would be vocal. Great throw, great tag.
Both runners advance.
Great slide. So, great play.
Yeah. And that one's going to be close to bouncing, but Cross does a good job to get in front of it. 3-1 is your count. Only one out, so a good opportunity here for Orr to just rear back and crank it. That's going to be fouled back.
He reared back. He cranked it just backwards.
Here's the set and the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball, and that's going to load the bases. So the Wildcats with a big opportunity here in the bottom of the third to take the lead is Sailor Wilcox, who hit a triple his last at bat.
Coach wanting to have a little talk with his pitcher in his infield.
Yep. So again, who has the most career strikeouts? What pitcher has the most career strikeouts? You can go ahead and chat with me. Let me know. If you don't know this one, then you have to get kicked out of Texas.
Yeah.
Corey Lemon says, let's go Cats. Thank you for joining us.
And, I know Whitehouse is on their second pitcher, but, realistically, both pitchers did a good job so far for the Wildcats. And, it's obvious Dax Price has done a great job. He's the starting pitcher for the Tigers, and he's always just, every time I've seen about him, he's just been nasty.
So the bases loaded. Wilcox coming in, 1 out, and here's the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. Corey Lemons says, Nolan Ryan.
Doesn't he do hot dogs?
I think so. I think he has or beef. I think there's beef, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Oh. And they're going to call it a swing and a strike. And I'm going to have to agree because I'm at the angle where I saw it. And, yeah, he swung. And Coach Branch telling them, if you're going to swing, commit. So 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. That's what he should have done with that last one, and he might it might not be landed yet. And here's the pitch by Price. And he put some stank on that one, and that's going to be strike 3. And yet another strikeout.
Yeah, that was a big strikeout, too.
Yes, it was.
Bases loaded, less than 2 outs. Got just what he needed.
And look who's coming up. The Dream Killer. Ace Vasquez is stepping in.
Designated heartbreaker.
Not very good. Didn't we say we were going to do that?
Yeah.
He's not very good.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely horrible.
Horrible. Worst player on the team.
See if the jinx goes the other way.
We should just not even play. I mean, we could just watch something else. Is there something else? Yeah, if you don't want to watch, you can just go ahead.
Isn't there some paint
We're
drying
trying to reverse
somewhere?
the jinx. My wife's looking at me like, what are you doing? And we may have a play at the plate.
Oh.
And I didn't see a call. I guess
safe.
It doesn't matter, but he's safe. So the Wildcats have their first lead. So that one's going to go to second base. And it will be out number 3, but not before the Wildcats take the lead. 5-4 going into the 4th. That's what the Whitehouse Wildcats wanted to do. Get a little momentum heading in to the next inning. We'll be right back here on Wildcat Baseball on NETSN.
Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Back here at Whitehouse Wildcat Athletic Complex, we are in the top of the fourth inning. It is a seesaw of a match, back and forth, and the Wildcats had their first lead of the ball game. And the first pitch, I believe that's Price that's up to bat. Am I correct? No,
that's
sorry, it's Banda.
Banda.
Trying to see who it was.
Santino Banda, I'm sure. Sounds like they call him Bobo.
Well, I'm not going to call him that.
I don't know why, and I'm not going to pretend I know why.
Not going to ask, not going to go there, no.
Not at all.
Nope, negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. I'm sure my son's going to pop up and go, who has a Bobo? 1-1 the count to Banda. Here's the pitch and a high fly ball. That's going to be in short right center field. And Maddox Evans comes up. Excuse me, can't talk. I can't talk tonight. Comes up to make the catch and gets out number one.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of was a little ahead of that one and slowed his bat down, just kind of reached it out, trying to make contact. Did make contact, but easy fly ball.
Now Price is up. He's had back-to-back base hits at his first two. He's two for two on the night. That watches that one go by for a strike. And knocks that one foul.
Even his foul balls are good contact.
I know, right? That's high for a ball. So 1-2. Down low for a ball. And Price steps back. I'm kind of just staying quiet because it's interesting to listen to the dugout.
Yeah,
how they're doing it.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, we're not trying not to talk, but it's just interesting how these athletes encourage one another. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dax Price. And swing and a miss for strike 3 as Price strikes out. And I believe that is the first strikeout of the game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I was trying to see, but you are exactly right.
Tell my wife that. He said I'm exactly right. She doesn't like that. It's against her religion.
What did they say though? Is broken clocks right twice a day?
Yeah. You're not supposed to be on her side.
I'm
Colby
just-
Porter.
I'm on the side of being able to walk out of here.
So Colby Porter is last at bat, and he's going to go hit by pitch and go ahead and hit over to first base. He hit a RBI double his last at bat, but this time he won't. He'll reach on a hit by pitch.
That brings us to DH number 8, DJ Brannon.
Now, B.J. Brannon, he's had a sac fly and a walk.
So no official at-bats.
Nope, not yet.
But he is the first batter that Beaumont faced in this game when he came in the second.
And a swing and a miss. He's got a beautiful swing.
I like watching him play.
He just has a swing that's just smooth.
I mean, he's just compact, but looks like he could run through that fence if he decided to.
And does kind of a half swing and fouls it off. Now he's 0-2. And Porter makes his way to second. Now he's come back. So the 0-2. As Beaumont brings the pitch, he's going to bounce that in. Wilcox loses it to the left, and that's going to put Porter over on second. That kind of bounced off of Wilcox's helmet and ricochets to the left side. Does a good job to go grab it.
Yeah, he just short-armed that pitch, and not much Wilcox could do. Too high to really body it up, so when it finally came up off the turf.
And what looked to be a beautiful pitch apparently was not.
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, good job by Wilcox to sell it, but look, he had to be set up outside or somewhere. But Brandon knew it wasn't a strike. He shook it off as soon as he saw it.
2-2. And now it's going to be a full count. And this is what he did last time. He got behind in the count, and then he just took 4 straight balls and went to first.
Yeah, he's got great plate discipline.
Here's the pitch. And a high fly ball right field. Here comes Evans, and he's going to make the catch. And that's going to be out number 3. So we're through 3.5. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th here at Whitehouse Wildcat Athletic Complex as the Wildcats still maintain a 5-4 lead. They're going to try to add to it when we come back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NETSN.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so
Ben Reed is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th as the Wildcats lead 5-4.
I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting up there watching center field, Colby Porter out there throwing. He was throwing with B.J. Brannon, but just the nonchalant, okay, yeah, I'm warm, just the kind of flip and throw. I was watching that in our camera there, and it was almost just mesmerizing just to watch.
Shortstop, number 10, Ben Reed.
Reed has a base hit and a walk. And would love nothing better than to start this inning off with a good base hit to get things going for his Wildcats. Again, we talked about it earlier before the game started, is that one's going to go for a ball. This is a must-win for the Wildcats to at least give them an opportunity and a chance to get into the playoffs. And Mount Pleasant looking for a win to win the district championship, because a win here tonight.
Yeah, I was just looking at that stride that Reed had. That front foot was dangerously close to out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no harm, no foul. He didn't touch the ball, so. And that time he shortened it up just a bit. He landed on the line, so there'd be no problem there.
So 2-2 now the count. Now the Wildcat dugout back again. Just very, very fun to watch and listen to. Price with the pitch. And a foul ball. Whew. Just a little in front of it. Little in front.
You know, the pitch count on the scoreboard shows that Price is at 79 pitches, just about to throw number 80. And still looking really good up there on the bump.
So we are, well, when I say we, my wife is next to us tonight, and my son, she's watching the weather, because apparently some up north where Mount Pleasant has to drive home tonight. There's some storms rolling through. So hoping everybody there. That's a good hit in right field. That's down, and it's going to go ground rule double over the right field fence, and there it is. What I was saying before that fantastic hit is I'm hoping everybody up there, if you're watching, is safe, because the storms look very, very tough. I know Texarkana, that area where we were earlier this week, they're getting hit pretty hard, or were earlier. So if you are watching from the Mount Pleasant area, I hope y'all are staying safe up there.
You'll never know at Texarkana because they can't get out, no cell service.
Right. No.
They were
that's mean.
They were extremely accommodating. Hats off to the staff up there, the coaching staff. The school staff, everybody they were excellent.
And and also just to tell you, Mount Pleasant as well. They helped us out. We were locked out. They came in. They found somebody.
Man, I've had
resource officer. We've just had some good.
Every
good
place
people,
we've been to, Marshall.
Yeah.
I've been to Tatum a couple times, but
that was a foul tip.
Ooh.
In there. I thought he tipped that.
He did, but it was caught.
Ah, gotcha.
So
I was looking back and forth. I wasn't sure what was exactly going on.
Yeah.
I just saw the umpire make the call. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at second is the Jet. And Adams going to do a little run there. And to put out kind of a, I wouldn't call it a sacrifice, but it does put a runner in scoring position for the Wildcats.
Almost the same effect, just that one counts against the batting average right there.
Right. Maddox Evans, he's flown out and grounded out in the ball game.
He would take another of the ground out variety to second base again, because I think you've got enough speed at third that Reed could get home with it. Now you got the infield playing in just a little bit.
But he could also put that down the left field line if he wanted to. If he gets a good pitch, that's a ball. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard because Dax Price, if he wants to, he can just rear back and just forget about the curveball, give him the heater, Ricky, type thing. And there's a little dinky pitch.
Oh, the ball's out.
The ball's out. That's going to be a run. And sorry about the camera. I was going to first, and they tricked me on that one. And a run scores, and the Cats up by 2. So Evans reaches on a fielder's choice.
Now batting.
And next up is Caleb Russell.
Caleb Russell.
He reached on an error, his last at bat.
Yeah, and if you're Whitehouse, you still don't feel comfortable.
No.
Two-run lead, I mean, yeah, you still don't feel comfortable. Not with
Neither team should feel comfortable at any point.
No, I mean, these two offenses are monsters. And Price has just such a deceptive pickoff move. You can't tell he's coming to first until it's coming to first.
Yeah. And foul back, kind of hit himself on that.
I was going to say, that was a fouled ouch.
A fouled ouch. I like that. That's good. Here's a throw over to first, not in time. Here's a pitch. Foul back. So he's making the swings. Just get a little, either he's a little ahead or a little behind. And he needs to Goldilocks it and be just right. Price getting set. And here's the pitch. And what looked like, it must have been a little outside for a ball.
That's one of those that I'm kind of like, ooh.
That's a tough call.
It's a little close. Sometimes a little too close to comfort to let it go and see what the umpire does.
Yeah. And swing and a miss for strike 3. That's his second strikeout of the game for Russell.
Both swinging.
Yes,
Now
yes.
comes to the plate, third baseman, number 3.
So out number 2, A-Rod's going to step in.
Rodrigo.
So Rodriguez is stepping up.
That's kind of strange with the left-handed pitcher up. He prefers to bat from the left side. I always like things tailing into me.
Right. Excuse me. Here's a pitch by Dax. And he went for that one. He didn't need to. That was a ball, but it's going to be a high fly ball behind second base. And Capado has it. But one run does come in for the Wildcats. And they have a 2-run lead, 6-4, heading into the 5th inning. We'll be right back.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
So, Corey, we were reading yours, said that some of the baseball players said if they win that Hallsville, Mount Pleasant might have to play a seeding game tomorrow. And that's another thing is where they would play and who would play who. So that's a good job, Corey, on that one. Excuse me. So
There's this horrible player up again.
Yeah, I hate to watch him sometimes. Ace Vasquez leading things off. He takes that one as a ball.
Man, I hope this broadcaster curse thing.
He's had a strikeout and a ground out this ball game.
See, he put it in play when we started talking noise about him.
Yep.
But this is hard to do.
He squares up for a bunt, pulls back, and that one goes in for a strike. 2-1. But we got to finish this game first, and the Wildcats need a couple of more runs to give them a little bit more breathing room. Although Jared Beaumont has done a fairly good job since he's been in. Here's the pitch, and a pop fly high over in the second base area. And that's going to be Banda taking him out.
Yeah, and you wonder, I mean, Price has pitched a heck of a game. I mean, okay, they're down, but so what? He's pitched a great game. You know Mount Pleasant, we saw other pitchers before, so they've got good pitching, but I'd hate to lose one of my weapons.
Right.
And then have to come back and pitch a decisive game like that.
So Ben Reed's coming in. He's had a base hit, walk, and a ground rule double back in the fourth. So I think he's due. So we're going to see what he can do here. He has some timing down on Dax Price, so Price putting a little bit of heat on it, daring Reed to swing the bat.
Yeah, I think this will be Price's last batter.
Time called on that, no pitch.
No, it was a quick pitch. So.
Yeah. So Dax gets reset, and Ben Reed.
All right.
So Branch trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, I thought it was a quick pitch, but he pointed at the batter's box like he was like Reed had called time, so not real sure.
Well, if it was a quick pitch, wouldn't it be a ball?
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Branch is checking now. I mean, worst case if it's not, okay. But, if you got runners on, that's when it becomes a problem.
So 1-0 the count. And that one's going to be a foul tip for 1-1. Josh writes, Hallsville would play Mount Pleasant Monday at Mike Carter if Whitehouse can hold on. So that'll be the seeding game. So, yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, guys. See, that's why we love the people that watch, and y'all are all awesome helping us out here. Swing and a miss for strike two, 1-2 the count.
And, Josh, tell me if you're wrong, but you are from Hallsville, correct? I just remember a Hatchell from Hallsville, I believe. So, but thank y'all.
And we're okay with that. We're
just yeah, we're great with that. I enjoyed calling those games for sure.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And inside for a ball, so now it's 2-2. Good eye there by Reed, because that was a tough pitch on the inside.
And do you notice Cross? It's like he's looking down at his armband, and Price is throwing the ball. He's not even looking until Price has already thrown the ball on that last one. So
yeah, Reed had to call a little timeout. 2-2 pitch. And reaches out, and it's going to be a base hit. Gets in between first and second. And so once again, Reed with a base hit.
And that'll do it for Price as he's hit the pitch count limit. 110 finished the batter.
Yep. So
great job.
Yeah, good job by Price. He has done a fantastic job. Don't let the score fool you. And he's got an arm on him. I love watching him pitch. We watched him last time. So good job, Dax. I want to give it up for him.
That's all you ask your pitcher to do is just keep you in a game, and he definitely did that. And now I think here comes my favorite hairstyle But he was the starting pitcher in game 1.
Doing the chicken dance here.
Bennett Wall, the former right fielder. And if I remember right, because of how they did the lineup, Price will stay in the DH position. So now it's just a question of who goes to. It looks
right field.
Well, it looks like B.J. Brannon is moving over towards, like he's going to right.
Now pitching number 13.
And I believe that's where he played when.
It looks like
Bennett
Price
Wall.
is going to go out to left.
So Price ain't even talking about DH, and he's like, no, I'm going to play.
Yeah. So B.J. Brannon is going to head to right field, as Jason said. And Dax Price is going to be the new left fielder. So they're going to do a barnyard fruit basket turnover here. As Mr. Wall is going to try to put the kibosh on the Wildcats with a runner on first and 1 out.
Yeah, and I mean, nothing else you can say about Wall is just an impressive mane. Good head of hair.
So Corey puts in, he says, my understanding is Hallsville wants Whitehouse to win because they don't want to face Lovejoy in the first round. They win the district, they don't play Lovejoy.
And you know what? I guarantee you, any of these teams probably, regardless, face value, they're going to say, no, we'll play whoever lines up. But, yeah, if you can definitely play the lower seed team, heck, yeah, go deeper. But in the end, just participating is a big thing. So, obviously, Whitehouse wants to be a part of it and wants to kind of make a mess.
So, JoJo Adams stepping in, facing now a right-handed pitcher in Bennett Wall. And here comes the pitch, and that's going to bounce. Good job by Reed to just stay where he is. Because this is the inning you want to be smart. I mean, it's not like you played dumb the rest of the game, but you don't want to overdo it in trying to get runs. You want to be smart, play smart ball to get those runs to give you breathing room.
Yeah,
good pitch.
You're top of the order. You want to let you want to let those batters manufacture those for you.
And 2 great pitches by Wall. 1 for a strike, 1 for a ball. Here's the pitch. High over the head, and that's going to advance a runner. That was a wild pitch. There was nothing Cross could do on that one.
No, he'd have to grow probably about 6 to 8 inches.
I don't think Shaquille O'Neal could have gotten that ball. It just got away from him. 2-1 count. Wall set. Here's the pitch. And a little high. That was above the Wildcats on the jersey of Adams. And here's the pitch by Wall, and it's going to be low and going to be a walk.
Seen this before.
So 1 out, 2 on. And that'll bring up Maddox Evans. And he's quite due. He's reached on a fielder's choice his last at bat. And unfortunately, it still added a run for the Wildcats. Unfortunately for the Tigers, it added a run for the Wildcats. Maddox looking for a good solid hit to bring in a little bit of a breather run for Whitehouse. Here's a pitch, and there's a solid hit into left center field. It's back and off the wall
That's 2 at least.
2-run score, and Maddox head first into third, and a triple RBI. And there's your little bit of breathing room.
Nah, you know who didn't have breathing room on that? Ben Reed. JoJo Adams was trying to catch him.
I believe you're right. I think Adams wanted to.
I watched
to get him,
and it looked like they were like running together almost.
It was kind of like on Major League when you got one going to one side of the home plate, one going to the other side.
I was like, wow.
So 2 more runs come across. 8-4 is the lead now by the Wildcats, and that'll bring up Caleb Russell. And still just 1 out. Russell has 2 strikeouts and reached on an error back in the third. That's going to be high for a ball. Cross has got to be diligent now with a new pitcher to kind of keep everything in front of him, because you don't want to get it too out of hand here. And high as well. Wall seems to be throwing a little bit, releasing a little bit early, and it's kind of flying off on him a little bit.
Yeah, he's either releasing a little early or he's just not striding out long enough.
And that's going to be outside for ball 3. So 3-0. And you can probably watch for Russell to just take this pitch.
Just looking over at the Wildcat dugout, and who do I see but Price Bryan over there.
And that's going to be ball 4. So that'll put runners at the corners. And A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, will step in. And a time is called as the coach will head out. Rodriguez has had a base hit, a strikeout, and a fly out in the ball game.
That'll do it.
And that'll do it for Bennett Wall.
Now pitching number 9, Heston Horn.
So Heston Horn will come in now for the Tigers and try to stop the bleeding of sorts. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Whitehouse Wildcat Athletic Complex. Wildcats up 8-4 in the bottom of the 6th. We are back. It is the top of the 7th here in Whitehouse. A big, big inning for both teams. If Mount Pleasant cannot do anything in this inning, it'll be Whitehouse with the win. And Mount Pleasant will have to go on and play Hallsville on Monday, from what we hear, for a seeding. They'll have to share the district, share the district championship with them. And that's going to be a strike. Whitehouse, with a win, will up their chances of getting in. I'm still trying to find a score of the Lufkin and Marshall game, but I have been unable to do so. But Whitehouse with the win, it'll be all determined basically on whether Lufkin wins or loses.
Let me check my sources real quick. You know I got people.
And also Texarkana winning or losing as well, as they'll have a tie there. 3-1 the count, however, with Dax. They have to win this one first, though. Game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. And flyback makes it a full count.
Let's go, Dex. Stay on top, sorting it up. Let's go.
And here's the pitch. Another foul ball, so Dax is not going to go quietly into that good night. And a solid hit into left field.
Ground roll
and
double.
Ground roll double. Beautiful slap by Dax Price. And just like that, the Tigers have a runner at second in scoring position.
So I said I had people, and I haven't found anything on either one of on that one yet. Which game was we looking for besides the Marshall Lufkin?
Nacogdoches and Texas High.
Texas High.
Yep.
Beaumont's coming out. Okay, according to this, Nacogdoches lost to Texas High 5-4.
Okay. So that means Texas High will get at least third in the district. So Whitehouse vying for the number 4 spot in district right now.
Now we got a new pitcher on the mound, but guess who? That would be number 3, Alejandro Rodriguez, or A-Rod as we call him.
Hadn't seen him pitch in a while.
So taking his place over at third base is going to be Mason Johnson, number 19. So if something happens and Mount Pleasant is able to come back and tie this game up or go ahead and we go to the bottom, we'll find out if they keep the DH, because the DH position is up to bat. Will they keep the DH, or will they burn the DH and have Johnson batting?
We will see. A lot's going to ride on what's going on. And Lufkin won 11-1.
Oh.
So it's going to come down if Whitehouse wins. I don't know how they're going to do, because I believe, let me look while we're waiting on these games, or on this. So Colby Porter is going to come in. And he reached on a hit by pitch his last at bat. So Whitehouse lost to Lufkin 6-5 in their first meeting and won 4-2 in their second meeting.
Yeah,
so
I
if they're going to go
second
by,
meeting.
yes, you do, because you were there. But if they go by points, then Whitehouse would win, because, well, I don't know. Would they?
Okay, what was the score of the first game?
It was, I believe, 5. Hold on.
Ooh.
A good solid hit and a good catch by Hunter Cook. 6-5.
6-5, and the second game they won 4-2.
Won 4-2.
So
I don't know if they'll go by points. I don't know how they would do that.
So they allowed 8. 5. So, and Lufkin allowed 9. So if they go runs allowed, like I said, it just really depends.
Yeah.
When you play these seeding games, that kind of throws out a lot of the.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they couldn't do a seeding game, as that one's in there for a strike. They couldn't do a seeding game. Of course, it all happens if Whitehouse wins, which we're still in this ball game.
Yeah,
so
we still
there's
got
a
2
lot
more
to
out.
happen. We've seen it. Good job by Wilcox. But if they can't do a seeding game because you're looking for the 4th spot here. So they're going, if they don't do it by points for, points against, they're going to have to do a tiebreaker game. More than likely. Unless somebody knows something we don't, which is more than likely the case.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, let us know, because we would love to know.
I'll be very honest. If it were me, I'd rather lose a game than get eliminated based off of a formula or a calculation.
Exactly. And a high fly ball left field. Vasquez is there.
We got a
for
guy.
out number 2. We know him.
Yes.
And now Wildcats 1 out away from a possible playoff.
It gives them a heck of a lot better chance.
Yes, it does. And I looked all day today. I couldn't find anything. Well, I mean, between work.
That'll be something.
At lunch, I looked. I didn't do it.
It's not during working business hours.
I took a lunch break, sat in my truck, and looked. But
yeah, let's face it. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be looking to see how it all worked out.
I'm going to be anxious. A-Rod with the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. And I will tell you, Wildcats have played a heck of a game here, coming back every opportunity after being down by 2 in the first, by 2 in the second, and tying it, and then just taking the lead in the third in there with a strike. 1-1 count by A-Rod. And then just taking it over. And then Beaumont coming in and just basically shutting down this Mount Pleasant attack.
Yeah, and not saying Keene didn't pitch good. He pitched well. They just were ready for him. And sometimes it just takes something a little different.
That's going to be low. 2-1 the count.
Let's face it, when people are hitting the ball, it's because you're throwing strikes. I'd rather give my defense a chance, and then it's 9 against 1.
2-1 pitch. Low again, and that'll even the count, that'll take it to 3-1. So A-Rod has an opportunity here because you're kind of in a batter's pitch here.
Well, and you're still going to be careful to cross.
Yeah.
They're chasing 5, so.
You don't want to put a grade A steak over it.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be ball 4. He tried to put a little breaker on it, but didn't fall for it.
Yeah, and I think you're okay with that if you're Whitehouse.
Oh, yeah. Well, now you have any bag. You have an out at any bag, so it's a little bit better of a situation if you ask me, because any ground ball infield, you're going to go to the closest bag for an out.
Yeah, and Stovall, first baseman for the Tigers, one thing about it, he has put the ball in play every time he's been up and had a really hard shot to left field his second at bat.
And that's going to be a ball.
So, still this Mount Enterprise, Lord.
Mount Pleasant.
This Mount Pleasant lineup, is just dangerous.
That's going to be low. And normally, I'm trying to see, normally those are strikes, so they must be on the outside.
Yeah, I think it's a little low. If you look where he's set up in the box.
Joseph Smith says go Wildcats. That's in there for a strike. Good pitch. That's where you need to put it every time.
I don't know about every time.
Well,
you put it there every time. It's liable to go
you know
up.
what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, semantics.
be replacing the outfield camera.
Golly.
Hit that thing.
It's like I'm broadcasting with my wife or something. That's going to be foul back. So it's 2-2.
No, I just talked back because I know she's sitting close over
I
there
know,
by
she's
you,
sitting
so-
right here, and somebody's got to argue with me.
Yeah, and that way, if nothing else, I can just point at her, and I guarantee you she'd probably handle my lightweight.
Yeah, she would. Then I got the little one over here. He argued with the fence post. He's only 3.
2-2.
So the 2-2 count. Big pitch by A-Rod. A little high. Try to get him to go fishing high on that one, but.
Well, that's going to give everybody a head start.
Yep.
The base pass, so.
Both runners will be going on the pitch. Or they better be.
Yeah. Unless you want to be going when you get back to the foul poles at the home field.
Here's the full count pitch. And foul. So everybody's going to reset.
That's always the worst thing.
Having to go back.
You go, and you got to go back knowing you're fixing to have to do it again. Wildcats aren't holding them on. They're just, okay, we know you're going. You're chasing 5. That's only 2.
Right. So A-Rod looks in again. Shouldn't even be paying any attention to the runners. Just on home.
Oh, thank you.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. And that's going to put Bennett Wall. Wall has grounded out, flown out, has not had anything not been on base from my count.
No, he has not been on base yet. But, I mean, they're out there talking to A-Rod right now. The team is. But if you look at it, even with the Grand Slam, they're still down. So
yeah,
you're not in trouble yet.
Yeah, I mean, you have some room to spare, which is why I was talking about you got to have some breather room. If you were still up just by 2, this would be a scary moment.
Yeah. This would be a little concern. I imagine it just wouldn't be the infield in there talking to A-Rod. It would probably be Coach Branch also. So, but, right now you just settle in, calm down, pitch to Wall, see what you get out of it.
So Wall's going to step in. Rodriguez on the mound, ready to go. 2 outs, bases loaded, Wildcats up by 5. Top of the 7th. And in there for a strike. The Tigers down to possibly their final out of the regular season. Wildcats fighting for a chance at the playoffs. And outside, didn't get him fishing. So 1-1 the count. Ground ball is going to be a play at any bag. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball, center field. Hunter's back, and it's going to be a ground roll double. And that's going to put 2 runs in.
Which actually kind of helped the Wildcats. Because,
Yes, it did.
They was already, Stovall was, he'd have been standing at the dugout before the ball would have came in. So
Nate Capato, I believe. Yep, Capato is going to step in. He's flown out. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Wildcats looking for something here. Ball. A-Rod needs to shake it off. A little Taylor Swift action.
Oh, Lord.
Here's the pitch in there for a strike. 1-1, or excuse me.
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Well, my board wasn't cleared. I didn't clear it off that last one. So 1-1 the count. Tigers with the momentum right now. High foul ball. And now A-Rod in a position. He's like, give me a ball. I'm ready. Because he's ready to get this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A big pitch. The 1-2 pitch. And wow.
Had to be out.
Had to be somewhere. So now 2-2. Excuse me.
It's been a great game.
Count even at 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be out into right field. And it's going to drop. 1 run scores. And now.
They just don't go away,
Nope,
do they?
the Tigers within 2.
You got the tying run on base right now.
Tying run is on first as runners are at the corners. And now Diego Lozano is stepping in.
Hey, get on the plane, get on the plane.
As the Tigers making a comeback. And A-Rod stepping off, trying to. Well, I think the umpire told him to stay off because the Tigers excited, moving out of the dugout. We're told to get back in the dugout. And excited as they should be. Rodriguez, pitch, high. Oh, that's in there for a strike. I'm surprised about that one. That one was at the mouth.
Yeah, that one was up.
Yeah, that one was high. I agree with the fans on that one. So no balls, 1 strike. And that one was more of a strike than the last one. And that was what you call a makeup call.
Yeah, it might have been a makeup right there. Okay. I don't know what's going on here.
And if I were,
Hey, man.
I think he told him that was a makeup call.
Be like, look, guys, yeah, that other one was high, so I made up. I've done that before as an umpire, but it was between innings.
Yeah,
and it was a run rule game.
But honestly, as an umpire, I would never talk to a player without the coach that without the coach.
No.
1-1 count, and that was high.
And to actually follow up on that, yeah, I'd talk to the coach, but to the player, and it was softball, so you know.
And if I were the coach, I mean, I'm surprised Branch didn't get up and go, "What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you talking to my player?" 2-1 count, in there for a strike. Now a 2-2 count.
Here we go again.
Yep, back at it. Now, the game is not over, depending on, the Wildcats still have a bat.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens here. If the Tigers go ahead or tie. That one's fouled back, so it's still 2-2. So the Tigers can tie it or go ahead, and the Wildcats still have a bat.
But if they don't,
then the game's over.
Then we got ball game.
Yeah.
It's been a great game, but I just feel like I've been out here all night.
I know. So A-Rod looks in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Down low. Good job by Wilcox. And once again, we have a full count. And runners are going to be going.
At least Capato will be going.
Yeah, Capato. I don't know. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. Bases loaded. Go-ahead run is now on base. And now, Banda. And we're going to have a little conversation.
He's checking to make sure he doesn't have to pull him first. See how many visits he's had.
Santino Banda. He struck out his last at bat. And I don't think we're going to have a pitch and change. I just think we're going to have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, he was checking with the umpire before. So
yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a change.
Right. Yeah, I don't believe it's so either. Just having a little talk, and I'm feeling I'm hoping it's not spit. Feeling some drops.
Hopefully it's just spit.
Thank you for that. Yeah. All right, so bottom of the lineup, Santino Banda. He's walked, flown out, and struck out. But this inning doesn't mean anything because everybody is just shown up as they should in a game like this. And wow, I don't know what this umpire is looking at.
I think that was out.
And we say that except for the fact that he's called strikes on balls that are 8 feet high and balls on strikes that are right down the middle. So you can't really tell what he's doing. And at least I can't. His consistency has gone out the window here in the final inning. And a swing and foul backwards.
So here we are once again.
Once again, we're at a 1-2. And so here's an opportunity for Rodriguez to just kind of breathe and worry about the guy at the plate and not the men on the bases. And I don't mean that trying to get him out. I mean that just, and that's going to go. And there it is. Adams gets it over. And the Wildcats take the win. But the Tigers make them blood pressure go up just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Wildcats do what they need to do and make things a little bit easier. We are not sure what's going to happen. The Lufkin Panthers did win 11-1 tonight. And now from our last understanding, we talked about it earlier, I believe Mount Pleasant is going to have to deal with the Hallsville Bobcats, as both of them ended up 13-3 in district. The Wildcats, however, come away with the win, and we will surely find out tomorrow. I'm sure the Wildcats will find out tonight, but what they will be having to do in playoff when it comes to the playoffs. But congratulations first off to the Tigers, as
on a great
one way
season.
or another they're going to the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
great season for them, and want to wish them good luck in the playoffs. We may be seeing them, I don't know, we may not be as far as what we're going to be doing, but congratulations to them, and a big shout out to the Wildcats for a fantastic ball game here in Whitehouse with a win 9-7 as the final. Jason, any parting words as we wrap things up?
Man, nothing better than to wrap up a season with a great game like this. I mean, hats off to the Tigers and the Wildcats both. I mean, it came down to where you had winning runs on base. So, and then if not, we had to go to the next inning. So just a great game to watch, and looking forward to seeing both these teams in the playoffs.
And just a hard-fought game by both of these teams, and their fans and the schools should be very proud of them, and we're proud of the Wildcats and happy for the Tigers for what they did. We are done, and glad that you're watching. Thank you for watching again. We'll see you next time, whenever that might be, here on NETSN. Have a good weekend, everybody.